They are hungry for attention, hungry to play. They are hungry for attention, hungry to play. Hungry to play.
Hundreds of thousands of innocent children. And ABC's David Muir, who has just taken over as the anchor of World News Tonight, is just back from the Syrian border, where he has done some extraordinary reporting. Welcome to the Nightline set.
Great to be with you, Dan. This was really something, as you know. Just as millions of American children go back to school, there is an urgent crisis halfway around the world. Children who get up not for school, but for work as young as 7, 8, 9. Their parents once teachers, engineers, the middle class of Syria. But now their children are supporting the entire family. And tonight here, we report on the stolen childhood. Nearly 600,000 Syrian children, refugees in Lebanon, and there could be up to 300,000 children working. The children get hired to work instead of the adults because those children are paid much less. It's 6 a.m. and we're just 3 short miles from the Syrian border. And we board the truck with them. They're not going to school. We're headed to the fields. She points out the way.
This way?
This way.
Once from middle-class families in Syria, but now they are the ones who support their families.
You're going to work on the potatoes. Potatoes. Yes.
20 minutes on the truck. They only hire children here because they know they can pay them less.
The little boys are likely making more than the little girls.
Yes, in some cases, yes.
And why is that?
They say that boys are stronger than the girls.
This is the new normal for the children here just over the border from Syria in Lebanon. And many of them, instead of going to school in the morning, come here to the fields. Just one of the many tractors unearthing another row of potatoes. And you can see before the dust settles, the children gathering here with their bags to fill them with potatoes. In many cases, they're now the sole breadwinners for their family. And do you want to go to school later? You do. She wants to go to school.
Yes.
Is it full yet?
Yes, she must put more.
She must put more inside, he's saying?
Yes.
So this man, the farmer over here, is telling her she needs to put more in her bag. And we're talking about 8, 9, 10 years old.
We're talking from 7.
7.
A lot of the times from 7 years old. And you're talking about hard labor.
My name is David. What's your name?
We asked the boy named Mohammed about the little girl across the street selling flowers too.
Is that your sister? Yes?
Many of the Syrian children we discover get picked up by the police. Without parents and paperwork, some of those children are brought here.
How many children do you have here now?
At the moment, we have 71.
71.
Yes.
Some as young as 2.5 years old. But without any parents, they still have smiles, and they're eager to give us a high five.
All right. Will you show me where you play?
Zaki grabs my hand to show me where they go outside.
You need a key. Is this where you play?
We walk down the dirt path to the cement playground.
Who jumps the highest? You?
We notice her shirt, which reads Little Star, but she was ready to sing about a different star.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
We don't even know who some of these children are.
No. We just go by the name they tell us.
And we ask if they remember their home back in Syria.
Kabira, it was a big building.
They live in a building? Like
Yes.
an apartment?
They are hungry for attention, hungry to play. And soon, it's back inside, walking up the darkened hallway, around the corner, past the kitchen, and to their beds. We notice the paint peeling on the ceiling. On the wall here, we notice 2 words, love me.
This is your bed?
And Hoda crawling up onto her bed,
Twinkle.
about to finish that familiar song here.
How
I wonder what.
you are.
Around this corner, a tiny building, and we could hear their voices.
The kids are learning here?
UNICEF trying to give them the school they miss. And we ask the children how many of them came here after work. Right down the line, their tiny hands fresh from the fields, proud of their hard work.
50 potatoes. This big?
He points to his back.
It hurts your back?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
They come running here and you say, geez, they'll be so exhausted from work, but they're so excited about coming to school that they run home, grab a sandwich and run straight to school.
So you're trying to save at least part of their childhood.
Yeah.
Do you fear, though, that this is sort of the lost generation?
This is the big fear with everyone, particularly with UNICEF, the fear of the lost generation. And it exceeds boundaries. It's not only in Lebanon, it's in Syria, it's in Jordan, it's in Iraq.
And this is Syria? What you remember of Syria? This is your neighborhood?
Raha draws her old street.
A restaurant.
Yeah.
She remembers a restaurant.
Yeah.
Did she eat at this restaurant?
أنت أكلي بهالمطعم شي قبل؟ لا.
Yes, she remembers it.
The flowers, the cars, the boys and girls who once played outside.
How many of you want to go home?
It does not take them long to answer. The farmers in the field waiting for them again tomorrow. And we want you to know tonight there are ways you can help. You can reach one of those classrooms. UNICEF telling us just $15 can buy an entire classroom's worth of supplies, pencils, paper, and you can find all of the information at abcnews.com/nightline.
Good to know there are ways to help, and so striking to watch the faces of those children, so resilient and so joyful still in the face of so much adversity.
Just incredible. They wake up every morning with smiles on their faces because this is their new normal, these little lives interrupted.
David, on your second day as the anchor of World News, as your friend and as your colleague, I want to say on behalf of all of us here at ABC News, we are so excited about this new era that has begun and very proud of you.
Thank you.
Thanks
We're in this together.
We are. Thanks again for your reporting.
They are hungry for attention, hungry to play. They are hungry for attention, hungry to play. Hungry to play.